President Trump has been in North Carolina and he's on the way to the upstate right now. Our Ben Hoover is continuing live team coverage from Mills River. Hey, Ben.
Hey, Amy, yes, the president right now is no longer on the stage. He is en route to GSP there in the upstate, and who knows, he may give some remarks there, give another speech, because he's on a little bit of a speech spree here today. Earlier today, when he was in Charlotte, he stopped by the Republican National Convention. That was a little unexpected, where he gave a speech, and then on here to Henderson County, North Carolina, where he spoke about this coronavirus relief funded program called Farmer to Family Food Assistance Program. They used billions of dollars from the CARE Act to go towards this program that basically it takes the produce that farmers, of course, harvest, and then they pack them into food boxes here at this facility, and then the Baptist folks, the Baptists on Mission, then go ahead and disperse that out to needy families all across North Carolina. The president today announcing an additional $1 billion going to that program. Politically speaking, though, this is a big week for the president. This is the RNC, the first day of the RNC in Charlotte. He took some digs at Governor Cooper, who, of course, he's been kind of in a back and forth with, a spat with him over the convention, with the capacity limits that are still in place here in North Carolina. He went into campaign mode after talking about the program, talking about how he said we need to, quote, reopen the state and other states that are run by Democratic governors. He also talked a little bit about the coronavirus and how the impact that it has had on families, and how talked about the stock market, how it's coming back, he says, and the economy, he said, will follow. But he did mention that on Thursday night, which will be the big night for his speech at the RNC, which we know he will deliver from the Rose Garden there at the White House, he will mention this program, a local facility here in Western North Carolina. He's here because North Carolina, of course, is a crucial swing state. He won it back in 2016, but the North Carolina polls are showing that the race between President Trump and Joe Biden is tight, a one-point race at this point. So he is here in what is somewhat of a Republican area of Western North Carolina, campaigning, speaking to farmers, which, of course, it's an important issue. Agriculture is an important issue to a lot of his base supporters. But again, he is on his way now from, he'll hop on Marine One here at the Asheville Airport, and he will then land there at GSP shortly, and then aboard Air Force One, where he will then head back to Washington tonight. But he has promised some reports saying that he will speak every night of the convention this week, which is a little untraditional. Typically, the candidate doesn't speak until the last night, but the president has chosen to speak every night of the convention. But we will be here. We've got Ann Maxwell. You just heard from her. She's outside across the street, where a lot of the supporters started to show up early this morning. She's been speaking to them about why they, as farmers, support a candidate like President Trump, and we're going to hear from her here coming up a little bit later on 7 News Live at 5. I'll be here as well. But Amy, a busy day here and a lot of waiting for these folks, but boy, they were troopers when the president decided to do that little pit stop there at the RNC and give a speech before he came along here to speak as well. We'll send it back to you.
You bet, Ben, and it's that presidential prerogative, right? You're the president. You get to throw the schedule out the window and have some fun with it. Ben Hoover, thank you. Let's turn to Chief Meteorologist Christy